Welcome to the sports on This is Beirut. Lebanon's women's volleyball team made history again. They were crowned West Asia champions for the second time and earned a spot in both the Nations Cup and Asia Championship for the first time ever. To talk more about this incredible journey, I'm joined by national team captain Mira Adra and middle blocker Lynn Zoauk. Ladies, welcome to the show. Great to have you with us.
Thank you.
Hi, thank you.
First off, congratulations. Back-to-back West Asia titles. You faced Qatar, Jordan, Saudi Arabia, Iraq, and Syria. 5 games, 5 wins, completely undefeated.
True.
Mira, first, how does it feel to win the championship again?
Look, this time it was not as easy as the first time. We had some challenges. We only trained for 2 weeks. We didn't have time to train because we were participating in the beach volleyball tournament like Arab and West Asia also. So this was challenging for us, and we didn't know the level of the teams we are playing against. They all managed to improve their skills and their game. So it wasn't as easy.
But what does that say about where Lebanon's women's volleyball stand right now in the region?
We're actually ruling the region, West Asia.
Mm-hmm. And Lynn, we saw the warm reception at the airport, the officials, the Minister of Sport, and even a parade celebrating your win. How did that moment feel, getting that recognition after all the hard work?
It was really nice. You feel recognized, you feel appreciated by many. Mm-hmm. So the welcome was really nice overall.
Lynn, do you think that recognition could translate locally into more support and exposure for women's volleyball next season?
I truly hope so, because we had so many media channels come and cover the welcoming. We had so many people who didn't know who we are ask us and be like, what did you do? Oh, what team is this? So we got so many questions about that.
Mm-hmm. And now with all that success and talent we're seeing here, it's unfortunate that Lebanon still doesn't have a professional volleyball league. Mira, what does it mean when we say that there's no pro league in Lebanon, and how does that affect you and the national team?
It means that if we have talents, they will only play volleyball as a hobby. They will not be professional volleyball players in Lebanon, since there are no salaries or very basic salaries. So it will be a part-time job or a hobby. So I guess if we had the pro league in Lebanon, like more talents are going to stay in Lebanon, and this will benefit our national team.
And there's also a clear difference between the men's and women's league here. How are they different, and how does that affect the women's game?
It's different, of course, in the salaries. Like, we get paid little to no salaries at all, in the recognition and the media coverage overall, in the amount of attention that we get versus the men's, how much attention they get. And of course you have the stereotypes, like so many people just underestimate us just because we're women and they're men, even though we're the ones that can compete internationally, like Arab-wise, West Asia-wise, and of course we just made a new achievement. We qualified for the Asia Cup. And the stereotypes generally, like, they're really hurtful. I remember this one time I was watching a men's volleyball game, Division 1, and then the commentator, during a rally, it was a never-ending rally, so they tried everything, tipping, attacking, blocking, everything, and the rally wouldn't end. So the commentator says, what a girly rally. As in translation. So I was like, what's that supposed to mean? Like, what's a girly rally for you? It doesn't make sense.
You know, it's interesting because while the men's national team struggled in West Asia last July, the women's national team dominated. And look, we're not throwing shade on the men's national team here. We wish them all the best, of course, but the results speak for themselves. Last July, the men's national team ranked last after failing to win any games, while the women's national team, as we mentioned, went undefeated and finished on top. Do you think that this could inspire change in women's volleyball in the future?
It should inspire change. Like, both the men and women had very little time to prepare, but as you said, the results speak for themselves. Like, it should inspire change. It should inspire people to shed more light on us, because we also work hard, not only the men's.
And for how long did you prepare for the West Asia tournament, and did you participate in any training camps abroad?
Well, we never did. We never participated in any training camps when it comes to indoor volleyball. It was only a matter of 2 weeks, but most of the players in the national team play in beach volleyball, so they were somehow ready. It's a different game, but like the beach volleyball gives you the skills and the abilities to perform indoor.
That's interesting because other teams in West Asia had like months to prepare and they participated in training camps abroad.
And the irony, and whenever you hear about any interviews from, let's say, Jordan or any other countries, they are convinced that we have been preparing for few years, you know.
Looking ahead now, you've got the Nations Cup and the Asia Championship in August. What's the team's goal this time, Lynn?
To put Lebanon on the map, to show that we can actually like compete, that we can actually do it, to prove everyone wrong, because so many people were, in a sense, preying on our downfall in the West Asia Championship. So this is just to everyone who was doubting us.
Mm-hmm. And what would you say the national team still needs to work on before these tournaments?
Start preparing earlier, that's for sure, because 2 weeks to prepare is definitely not enough. And maybe help us get physically prepared. Like, we shouldn't be preparing physically, like each girl on her own, to go to the gym on her own. If it was a teamwork, it would help us build chemistry on court, of course.
And as a volleyball player myself, I know how hard it is to put in so much time and effort into volleyball while also having a career and a whole other life. Because unfortunately, we can't really make a career out of volleyball, right?
It's really hard to have a career or a family and play volleyball in Lebanon. For example, in my case, I have a son and a family. I give 70% of my time to volleyball, and it's self-paid, you know. So it's really hard to have this.
And for the first time ever, Lebanon's volleyball team will be ranked on the International Volleyball Federation standings following this win. What does that mean to you personally, seeing Lebanon on the global volleyball map?
It means so much because then the younger generation would want to play more, knowing that they can play internationally. And me, on a personal level, I got to pay tribute for my mom. So this means so much, being able to do what she wasn't able to do.
This brings us to the end of this interview. Lynn, Mira, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming up next, the FIFA 2026 World Cup is next summer. But could the location of the games change? Watch this report. US President Donald Trump is threatening to remove World Cup matches from Boston. As World Cup preparations heat up, Trump suggested that FIFA 2026 games in the Boston area could be moved elsewhere over security and safety concerns, and criticized the city's leadership.
No, if any city we think is going to be even a little bit dangerous for the World Cup or for the Olympics, you know, where they have Olympic overthrow, right? But for the World Cup in particular, because they're playing in so many cities, we won't allow it to go. We'll move it around a little bit. But I hope that's not going to happen, yeah.
The comments quickly grabbed attention. Boston Mayor Mitchell Wu called the idea unrealistic, reminding everyone that FIFA's hosting contracts are already locked in. 7 World Cup matches are set to take place at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, 5 in the group stage, 1 in the round of 32, and a quarter-final. FIFA finalized the 16 host cities back in 2022, 11 in the US, 3 in Mexico, and 2 in Canada. According to FIFA Vice President Victor Montagliani, all host cities remain on track, and safety and security fall under the responsibility of local authorities. So, despite the controversy, preparations in Foxborough are moving forward. Construction updates, fan events, and ticket sales continue, with organizers confident the region will deliver a world-class experience. The 2026 World Cup will be the biggest ever, with 104 matches across North America. For now, all eyes are on the game as fans count down to kick off in June 2026. That's all for this episode of This is Sports. Thanks for watching. Make sure to follow This is Beirut on all our social media platforms and check out our website for more episodes.